streets of Freetown. Where they can go na different parts there now for connect with colleagues them where they na different streets them now on station. Well, on the line now we get Alhassan Koroma, and then at the eastern parts of Freetown where we can give you updates. Good morning, Alhassan, and welcome to the breakfast show. Hello, Alhassan. All right, we try for connect to colleague Alhassan, we at the eastern parts of Freetown for let go give we updates. As we all know, even we self na the studio, they get some serious challenge with the internet this morning. But nonetheless, we are so for you now the correct updates them where they happen. And we try forget Alhassan, whilst we try forget Alhassan, we colleague self Princess Pierce, they now the Central Business District. We go try for give we updates, but waiting they happen now the Central Business District now. As we get information say up till now district as they go out for monitor this morning. Good morning, Princess, and welcome to the breakfast show.
Good morning, Eden.
Also, are you there currently?
Well, currently, I did in bed. We all know it's a very busy place. Inside, 20 people can come for do business at the Central Business District start their business there.
So you go able to give a description of waiting you see currently now the side waiting up?
Well, what are going for it so far? If you can motorcar and the move as of now, but not that much. As we all used to know, we send like this, we can see people out and shops them, lock most of the shops them. Not all open, just few, and maybe the one that we open, and just halfway they open. Someone just open half of the month for ensure they watch for make sure if anything will happen. And you know the see too much of the beginning as well because this is really too much of them. And you see private people more than the partner space. You need the commercial people. And people already do this, they can put their market them, not all market them. And I talk to some, although they're not publicly recorded, they clearly say they don't people the market as of now because they say and then they watch for see it's not will happen.
So security-wise, you notice any security there? Because when me they come work this morning around the hill station axis, you go notice a security then they come around New England again. I've been see few security personnel them. Anything like that there na the CBD?
Well, from where I don't come, what's enough? Yes, security then day we see I see two like 5 trucks don't transport, so we don't go get the distance. And you get the other one, they win an OSD, then you get the Salon Police, and you get the military. So then just the patrol around. Like they're not stationed, but then they come and check around for see if people are up here. They make like they panic. So they make some of them not even open a market place and then see them. They watch for see how things will turn left.
With the Spears and with other colleagues and then a different parts of the country this morning for know what they happen regarding where we not see normalcy it's na the city based on waiting be done they happen before now. All right, from the Central Business District to the go now na the dead eastern as we get Alhassan Koroma, we colleague within the dead eastern part of Freetown for tell we exactly waiting they happen. Good morning again, Alhassan. Alhassan?
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, just start for tell we viewers them exactly usa you dey na eastern now.
Calbaton, na the east part of Freetown, na a station.
How Calbaton Talek this morning? Just give a description of exactly how busy Calbaton Talek on a normal day as to waiting you they see now.
A relative usual, the kind crowd you can see so that we see this morning session here, we not see the much because now one they come for Catholic people. And however, we know they get any cube so far like how it can happen in a normal basis where people can cube for get transport. Most people then at the junction for car observe waiting they happen because we get security forces them within Kalbator as I speak to you now.
When they talk about security force and how the security presence trucks of police officers and military officers them.
Yes, of course, yeah. Now, an area outside, most of the times we can get a lot of problems when it comes to issues of political unrest because we get the APC at our base and the SFP at our base stay very close. So we get a huge amount of security here since yesterday, where I be offset my office cam. We get a huge amount of security for system. We get about 3 truck police. You know, say the police station they very close to the new road. So we get huge amount of forces that we there. That they put security in place.
How about shops, commercial vehicles, keke and bikes?
Now few they run like the keke and bike. Then a few they run. Now this part of the country. Then commercial vehicles so we can go tongue. Now one they apply the street this morning. And you don't see much passengers themselves, except people they come down the junction for car observe and see waiting the home. As of present, but for now, as I speak to you this morning, now few commercial vehicles and even they see bike themselves we deploy into your roads. Them also people into one for go do them business. So now just one people you see we open and shop them this morning, Dija.
You able to talk to anybody? If yes, waiting at some of the reasons then wouldn't they give you?
Well, this morning, as I try for good on for able to get information, now a few people are able to talk to, we tell me say now because of the kind security forces that we don't see all about Freetown, make most of them free, not for open them shop them, not for go town for do business. They say they want for observe waiting they happen. As most of them raise concern of waiting they happen is August 10, where they come out for go do business, and some of them may get problem on the way. We then become back now. So this time around, I see no one to involve in shoot, which may happen during August 10. So then they decide for stay back now their house the same and observe waiting they happen. If not say anything happen, then probably later in the day, they can able to go outside and do their business. But for this morning, they need to go north side. Most of them say they're not go open and shop, and we just decide to observe waiting they happen at the country.
All right, Al Hassan, continue for monitor the situation from Kalbatong and ensure say we go to give viewers them the information as when necessary. We continue with the Liberty Breakfast Show and the program. They continue with the giving updates from different parts of the city. As from the updates we don't get so far, Freetown really quiet. People are still afraid for opening shop as of now. Commercial vehicles, not all they run. We will continue for bringing the updates and want to apologize because they get some technical glitch with especially with the internet this morning, and not only Liberty Online Television, no they experience most people in the country they experience technical difficulties now with the internet.
All right, we continue with the breakfast show and continue for give you updates. Yourself where they watch you in a different platform them this morning. Continue for tell we the area also you day and how the situation like also you find yourself this morning. Guest we na the National Coordinator for Budget Advocacy Network ban when Abubakar Kamara there this morning for a call with civil society organization them they call for accountability and transparency depend the reports where the tribunal been pulled for the Auditor General we then be suspended 3 years ago. Well, that is still this morning. We still got for doing an update, but let we come over to we guest when Abubakar Kamara. But you said make you win this morning. Just let we just start for tell we viewers and first from the area where you come out to you don't come out there every day for years now. How the situation been like for anyway
It's really relatively quiet. In fact, one of the reasons why I come late small because I need to ensure that the place clear, but it's relatively quiet. Usami day morning before 6 o'clock, they really bike they pass, they under the sound. But this morning, not like that. I come by Hastings Junction. we now very busy junction in normal days. It also quiet, just few people and some police, military personnel. Of course, Jewel Junction, when a very popular, in fact, Jewel Junction, they sleep. It plays so quiet. I see like 3 Poda pack, and not much passenger for the inside. We passenger not the for the counter. Of course, Kosojo Junction was empty. Come up to so the place was relatively quiet this morning.
All right, so what about the security personnel that you observe or see any on your way from Yanda to here?
Yes, like the Grafton police, they get checkpoints there wearing the brake vehicles, the candong and check your boots, and then the lie pass peacefully. But the police officer who was very professional, talked to politely, it's a normal process, we calm down and then we move along. Of course, on the way there are some few police and military officers then.
It's obvious these are not normal times in Freetown, because even we Sierra Leone Association of Journalists Lodge, we say the President Ahmed Said Nasrallah writes na the official Twitter handle and also na the official Facebook page. They caution with the journalists and say security don't be heightened, and we know for how we pass on the information so that we no will get in trouble.
Exactly so.
But we still lay out they give the information because now we work this, and even we for the camp, Pademba Road been blocked. We not able to pass through Pademba Road and be divert the traffic, and they see heavy presence of military armed personnel them and the police officers them. We they continue, we never forget it, official statement from any government, somebody or neither the police, but we go to try, and if we get any information we'll go bring council now. They come back na studio to Abubakar Kamara. Una na ban, don't they join other civil society organization, and from the term where they suspend the Auditor General Lara Taylor-Pearce and in deputy and also side government be set up a tribunal. We have been called for a free, fair and transparent investigations. And finally, the investigations done, they don't go give the reports to His Excellency. Firstly, how you can assess the investigation onto the point where a report come on? Was it free, fair and transparent as to the call we will be make?
Firstly, there was a public pronouncement that they don't suspend the General. Where a number of organizations at that time condemned that particular act there. And the first concern we will be raised and other organizations raised is around even the process of suspending the Auditor General. We see in a situation where like with the mathematician then, they can say from the answer you find it working. Then suspend the Auditor General. Now after the suspension of the Auditor General now, they now go to the General Legal Council for letting recommend for suspend them. So they missed that aspect, which was very wrong, and we see a number of delay in the whole process itself. We then suspend the Auditor General in November 2021, and they not begin seats until March, so close to 4 months. Now the tribunal begins it. Of course, we all know what's happening when tribunal begins to see there are a number of issues in terms of lack of preparedness and all the rest of it. One of the saddest thing is, if they suspend somebody for professional misconduct, you need to let the person know, say, now this is not the reason. They not bring the charges to the Auditor General, when Lara Taylor-Pearce and one of the deputies or more, until in June. So we are talking about close to after 7 to close to 8 months before the people really know the details where they're suspended for, which is very fair itself. So the hearing goes on, and of course there are a whole lot of delay in the whole hearing process again. But we observe the process right through. Now the process done concluded. There was a public hearing, everybody be they go. Journalists, civil society began access to the hearing to go and listen what happened. So we'll use the opportunity for go throughout the process. And the hearing then we concluded in December, the 22nd of December last year, 2023. After 6 months, 9 we see them will table reports to Parliament. But it's also good for let people to know what is not the reason we then suspend the General, we then bring forward na the tribunal, now for just one good reason. And that reason they go for deal with that the Auditor General not be get right for consult third party. In this case, the third party here now who tells them for confirm the receipts where the office of the president present to them. And in audit, there are processes, there are standards where they follow. Where they develop worldwide for let them follow when they do the auditing. And the audit where they do the compliance audits. And the process of the audit, then we get questions with some of the receipts then. And when you get instance like that, they, based on the standards, the IS 240, in fact, the way they write all these standards are like law. Like you don't do the way they write law, where they write certain laws or acts them. In the audit standard, the Auditor General they get right for do two things. In fact, they say the Auditor General shall, we missing a compulsory, do two things in the case of suspected fraud. In this case, there was a suspected fraud in the receipts. And when that happened, a whole standard and standards they wouldn't develop. Way by ENTOSI. The ENTOSI are like the UN body of audit, when then they guide the whole audit process at the world. In that standard day, two things nine Auditor General for do if you get suspected fraud on documents then. Number one, if you contact the third party directly. Number two, if you hire a forensic audit. So in this case, the audit, the general and one of the deputies contact the third party directly. And at that now the charge we them give levy against that a professional misconduct. And at that the hearing will be looking to. And at that would wait for the tribunal report tell we whether that they constitute professional misconduct or not. But for we, the other saddest thing is we see now the report. Of course, the Constitution clearly say then for present the report to the Parliament to His Excellency the President. They don't present the report to His Excellency the President. Even the one who they levy charge against it not get access to that report today. The public not get access to that report today. And a public hearing, for God's sake, we see the Commission of Inquiry where the government will do. The very day when they present the report to President, after the report go all over social media. What the difference in this one? They don't present the report. It's over a week now. Nobody got access to the report for no reason. For let the citizens know whether that act where the Auditor General contact third party now constitute professional misconduct.
So for many people, from where the issue of information reach the public say this particular tribunal be done on the work and they don't present the report to the president. The question where people be done they ask now, even though they don't present that particular report today, but the one way they complain now they then go present the report. How you go lay complaint and then give reports of the particular decision where for be taken?
Well, then in the Constitution, now I made that provision there. In the Constitution, we can clearly say, therefore present the report to President. Who not get issue done there. But the principle of natural justice, you charge somebody over close to 3 years now, that person need to work. Then it's a public hearing, everybody will go. Then we come to the report now, it be something of secret. It's not supposed to be so. I mean, we are in a democratic state. Citizens get right for no. That hearing is then a public resource that is for fund that hearing day. And therefore, and the office where they in charge, the office where they manage, not public office. So the citizen need for know whether that acts where they do now constitute professional misconduct or not. So for we are not just banned. We talk about the 50-50 group. We talk about the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists / we talk about the Institute of Legal Research and Advocacy for Justice. We come together and say we need to ask government, let them publish that report today to the public. Let the public know what in transpire, what happened, and whether that act they constitute professional misconduct.
This ask on they ask the government with all that is happening in the country now. People and they say government they tighten the space. We just talk to the lawyers. They will get concerned about the arrest and detention of their colleague. We presently in a CID. You think say this on a call, on a call for let them make this report public? On a go get any success for them?
Well, we hope is that in the interest of transparency, in the interest of the integrity of the tribunal itself, and in the interest of fairness and the openness of the matter, that government for published that report today. I mean, a government published that report today, then what the whole cry about the in the early process that we will set up tribunal, we will be open, we will be transparent enough. So if you in open and transparent process, we don't see the court here, the hearings be open, everybody they go. The same thing again, the outcome of that report today for also be open. Citizens need to get access to that information. The one who in charge need to get access to that report for let really know that act where you do, where you contact or tells them for confirm the receipt where State House get to them, where be the audit officer of the president, now it constitute professional misconduct or not.
What's going to be the effects where all of this will get forget in terms of transparency and accountability in the Auditor General?
It get negative
consideration from the suspension, the investigation, and now the stage of the report.
First thing, a very bad precedent where the government set for take that particular decision, and we criticize that from the onset, and we continue for talk and say a very bad decision for the audit accountability landscape in a salon, and it get effect. Mind you, this now public institution where then one of the responsibility now for provide oversight on how public officials they use their resources. If in the process of providing that oversight, trying to verify certain things, then they suspend them, it they really provide fear in future for other Auditor General when similar things happen. So for we, the act is pathetic in terms of audit accountability landscape, and they call on the government that this aspect of doing this is not good for the country, it's not good for financial accountability. If you continue like that, it embendel corruptions. And mind you, the Commission of Inquiry government be set. Most of the issues then will then be used in the court, now the Commission of Inquiry, the previous Commission of Inquiry, now the audit reports. And we also started with the hell this person where they crucify so right now. So they raise this issue in the interest of transparency, accountability. It's not about Lara and Tamamo. It's about ensuring that there is fairness in this process, ensuring that there is integrity in it, ensuring that the whole process, be open and transparent. As it is now, we really call on the government that it's a public hearing, now public officer investigate, now public money they use for investigating. Therefore, we want to let the reports be out to the public and let the one who they in charge get also access to the reports.
But from what we don't observe now the public hearing where they do, possibility they for reinstate the Auditor General and a deputy on suspension say now?
Well, then they left to what the report get for say. And now all that they make would they ask let them publish the report. Because mind you, there is a process for remove Auditor General. The same way that they remove the High Court judge, now the same way they and the constitution clear around that. Even if the report say it get to go through Parliament and if we get 2/3 majority for that they will get the power for remove them. But now we don't see the reports, they don't present unto Secretary the President. Over 1 week now, nobody get access to the report except they wouldn't at the government close circularly. The one in charge no get access to the report. And if you say, it continue for emboldening citizens on the already suspicion will be done to happen around this process. When you made that report public, it also helped for bring trust between government and citizens. By continuing holding that report, all this accountability landscape in Salon.
Lara in suspension come right after audit reports we come out. We talk about double dipping at the presidency, forgery of receipt, and a whole lot of things them where that audit report they've been talk about. Even the office of the First Lady be implicated in that particular audit. And immediately after that, they step Lara aside for professional misconduct, so then they investigate them. But yet still, audit service alone they work and they pull audit reports them. Lara still they aside and not they again as Auditor General. Una concern say now a delay in tactics government might they play just for put Lara aside, let it not continue for doing work as Auditor General.
There are two different things. When you look at the audit as an institution and audits or general when are the devolved leadership. For now, people might not see the effect we go get. But in the long run, if this thing continues like this and it stays, government will use as a precedent that when you audit me and I find out say there are issues and we are not okay with, I just levy a charge against you as professional misconduct. Mind you, the constitution clear in terms of waiting the Auditor General for do for remove them. And even the constitution, the Audit Act, the PFM Act make it clear that in the process of doing their job, they not will be subjected to direction by any person or institutions. In this case, in the process of doing their job, when we contact third party when they will tell them for verify the receipt. In that process they suspended that. They not for contact the hotel and they without the approval of office of the president. And by then now office of the president then be the audit. And audit get standards where they use for audit. And the IS 240 make it clear.
By law, then be wrong for contact a third party for verify receipt.
When that's from the audit standard perspective, they're not wrong. But from the judicial perspective, now that will wait for let the tribunal report tell we whether they're wrong or they're not wrong. And mind you, we follow the hearings. 3 witnesses they can testify. One at the enter side. The enter side are like the UN body where they develop all rules and regulations, all standards, all the standards them. They can testify that Lara was right, Lara and Mama was right, they use the right principles in terms of contact and third party. We get the AFOSAI, one like the African chapter around all other audit in Africa. They also can testify in a court that Lara was right in terms of the process we do. We get the Salon chapter, the ICASTEL and Salon, also can testify the same thing. So for we, now all that make, we really demand for let them publish the report. Let we know, let the court tell whether from their own perspective, from the judicial perspective, from the law perspective, whether that act where Lara and Tamamoi do for contact or tell them for verify the receipts, now it constitutes professional misconduct or not.
Anything they for learn from all of this?
I think first thing here is how do we strengthen the constitution? Because one of the things we, as I listen to some of the government officials, they are correct. The constitution says they report them the president, and the constitution silent around getting a report to the one with in charge or getting a report to the public. But the principle of natural justice, you're not going to accuse me, suspend me for 3 years you on the case. I go to Bokutem for go up in a court. That at the end of the day, when the report done, you don't make a know what the outcome of the report. It's very unfair. I mean, we should not for day in that secret aspect in terms of holding that report over 1 week now. It continue for emboldening the citizen perception on this whole thing that indeed something wrong with it, something fishy they would not come out. So that make we encourage the government, we urge the government, let them make sure they publish this report in the interest of transparency, in the interest of the integrity of the tribunal, I mean in the interest of upholding democracy. You know what? I also want to mention the thing that even the High Court judge them, usually they also be mindful of this process where they go on, because the same way immunity way the Auditor General gets, now the same immunity they also get. So in terms of removal, now the same process. So therefore also be concerned. Let this not set a very bad precedent for winners alone.
You talk about setting a very bad precedent, especially in the whole investigation of the Auditor General and in Deputy Tamba Momo. And one of the things them we don't stand out very clear, especially we campaign the entire process of investigation, now the delay. And you talk about precedent, and this same woman when they go through investigation, so during this government it's when they be in opposition, then be the hail for unprofessionalism, whereby then they be agree with them. What thing go wrong along the line? Because transparency and accountability really big for His Excellency the President during the campaign them, fighting corruption, waging war on corruption. So if Lara Taylor-Pearce they do in work now as Auditor General, and they bring out issues they will get for those alleged corruption at the presidency, outside the married go wrong?
For we, on one perspective, Lara and throughout the process, from regime to regime. And in terms of where waiting go wrong, I think the government ain't get that question there. Now therefore can tell we waiting really it do. And now they don't tell we say that act where it do for contact third party for verify receipts, now act of professional misconduct. For from the government perspective, now that aspect where they use for contact they will tell them for verify receipts, now that they don't constitute professional misconduct. And at that to the wait for the tribunal tell we whether that act they it constitute professional misconduct or not. And that make we urge the government for letting release that report into the public.
All right, continue for the with the studio. In case you just tune in, they watch the Liberty Breakfast Show this morning, and we don't give you several updates them, but waiting they happen at the country, especially in a Freetown, we get some panic as citizens them back to and still they na host and not open yet. Then shops them, we don't get updates from colleagues. Then we go on different streets them and talk to we, and also we hear from the lawyer them a representative from the Timwara and Augustine. So recently, when Charlie Israel Williams we confirm say yes, then colleague Joy Bawa Esquire sleep na CID yesterday under allegation of cyber stalking. All of that you know in the program this morning, and one for apologize for the bad broadcast this morning, on the experience, not only fault, not the internet connection, and not only Liberty online television no more. The experience bad internet this morning. A lot of people let information as and when we they get them. Well, they can't turn now the mic to now, and I don't send we una messages them, or they can't try for read some of una messages them, and Abubakar still lay with we as then they urge the government for publish the report with the tribunal where they do on Lara Taylor-Pearce, the suspended Auditor General and the Deputy Tabamomo. The investigation done on the tribunal long give the report to His Excellency the President, but there are civil society organization them, they urge the government let them publish this report so that everybody go know if Lara Taylor-Pearce guilty for professional misconduct where it be under investigation for. We will continue for talk to Abubakar, and later on we will come back to but quickly look at the messages the owner don't send for we.
Alright, like we've been telling us, you really watch, we can drop you message in the comment section and tell we also you day and what's in the happen there currently. The very first message we will look at that the Facebook page. Solomon Banya, they say, Liberty, you people are really trying to protect the peace of this country.
All right, about cargo na YouTube, they say a lot of inconsistencies in hearing of the Auditor General Lara Taylor-Pearce and Deputy Tamba.
Now the Facebook page still Fanta of them say God cheer peaceful.
Now YouTube, this one they say the freedom of speech in Sierra Leone is narrowing. A lawyer was invited to CID for just saying the Bar Association president is illegal, including the elections of the president.
Alright, so look at more messages still on the Facebook page. Alpha Abdullah Jallo say good morning Liberty TV. Watching you live from Kabbalah Central, all businesses. Melissa Kabade say, good morning, Liberty TV. I'm watching from Godrich Majet Town. The area is quiet, still observing if I should go to work. Mystic Nadwazak say, even though the situation in the municipality is calm, the streets are completely empty as a result of planned protests because citizens are afraid as a result of past experience. Most Sierra Leoneans decided to sit at home because of their own safety. All right, well, from the messages then they continue for send you message, tell who side you watch from and how you area like this morning. We still they give an updates on different issues them where done they happen this morning. Well, we wrap up the program now and quickly we come back to Abubakar, when the National Coordinator for Budget Advocacy Network BAN, where they and other civil society organization and they urge the government for publish the tribunal report where they be go to His Excellency the President this BNTM. Abubakar, quickly, what think will be your parting words to people where no believe say una will get this report ASAP as una they anticipate?
Well, we in this context, the Budget Advocacy Network will comprise of 7 organizations. We get SLAGE, the 50-50 group, and the Institute of Legal Research and Advocacy. They continue to urge the government for ensure say the report of the tribunal make them public, and also the one where they accused that they also get a copy of the reports. And would they do this for promote democracy? Would they do this for promote transparency in the process? Would they do this for promote integrity in the process? If a whole public hearing don't go through very slowly, and the report and they don't be end, the hearing don't end in last year December, it don't take 6 months for put together a report on one issue, we'll go for deal with contact a third party, and the report they don't present unto His Excellency the President as per the Constitution, and up to now the public never access to that report today. the one who they in charge no get access to our reports today, it is sound a very bad signal. And as a country, as a government, one of the key things they wouldn't say, would they defect, when corruption, one of the key institutions where they in front of fighting corruption, now audit service, because then they probe into how public resources are used. So if the leadership of the institutions, they undergo short process, there's a need for the government to come up openly and tell with the outcome, sharing the outcome of that particular report day, so that citizens will really know whether what the Auditor General do constitute professional misconduct or not.
All right, many thanks, Abubakar Kamara, National Coordinator for Budget Advocacy Network. They be there with we, they state their position as CSO, the way they urge government for let them publish the tribunal report where they be go give to His Excellency the President this meantime after they don't investigate Lara Taylor-Pearce and in Deputy Tamba Momo will be the stand trial for professional misconduct. Well, Liberty Online Television will continue for bringing an update on that particular call the way the CSO then they make as time they go. Well, earlier we've been taken on the streets of Freetown. Also we colleague them by then begin we update say businesses them not begin for run it. Commercial vehicles, keke and bikes not be the ply better than the streets of Freetown. Liberty Online Television go bring on again a live update as so they can go now out on the streets them for show now exactly how the streets then talk this morning. Continue for watch Liberty Online Television, continue for share all our programs, then stay tuned to the platform as so they gonna correct updates as to waiting they happen throughout the city today. As we understand, say rumor where they go out there now that people they plan protest, we make beaucoup people in panic for come out na street. We end the Liberty Breakfast Show now so, but later we come back live as we gonna live updates from the streets of Freetown.
Alright, so we'll continue for monitor the Liberty Online Television as Khadija don't tell you now. We go bring on an update throughout the day for see and monitor how the situation is like, and along the line we get authorities, then we go definitely bring come them to you so that they will tell you now waiting happen today and how the security apparatus and the work for ensure say people and safety is guaranteed. Well, till we see again, Mabel Kabali say that's a good day.